I have early release. I have early release.
I have late arrival.
I have late arrival.
I've actually had better grades because of it. I've gotten a lot more work done, and I've got to finish my homework, and I've had more time to do other things.
It's definitely helped because I get to sleep in a little earlier. That means more study time and also means better performance in school.
It's helped me because not only do I get to study later at night, but I can also study in the morning before my classes.
I think it kind of depends. If you have like a lot at night, then late arrival is good for you. But like for me, early release is good because I can start on my work immediately if I don't have to go to work. Early release. Because you can get out of school earlier to do the rest of your work.
For me, late arrival is probably more beneficial just because you get more sleep and you get to study for your classes more, and it just overall helps your performance.
I think it depends. Like if you have work at night, you should probably get late arrival. And if you have it earlier in the day, you can leave school early to go to it.
I have a job, so like lets me get extra money so I can pay for college. I go to work after school.
I have late arrival because I work in the morning, but it also helps me study for second period, as well as my two other classes in the afternoon.
I have late arrival because, like, when I work a lot later at night, so it's nicer to like sleep in the morning.
Administration has sole discretion in applying this disciplinary and remedial code. 34 Parking in unauthorized areas. 1, 2, 3. Loss of parking privileges. The repeating of an infraction may lead to the imposition of the next measure of discipline. Chronic repeating of infractions may lead to long-term suspension. Prohibited conduct. No person, either singly or in concert with others, shall park in unauthorized areas. 18. I will park my car only in assigned parking spots and not in illegal areas such as emergency lanes or handicapped spots. I also agree that if I fail to abide by the aforementioned rules and guidelines, I will be subject to disciplinary action that could include, but not limited to, the following. 1. Verbal warning by officials, head coach, and/or administration. 2. Written warning by administration. It is the goal of the Florida Union Free School District that the information on our website be accessible to individuals with visual, hearing, motor, or cognitive disabilities. Good faith efforts have been made. Legal issues. The district was a party in the court case dealing called Balzac v. Florida Union Free School District 1 dealing with free appropriate public education, in which a court ruled that children are not entitled to the best education that money can buy. They are only entitled to an appropriate education. Please note that some pages on our website contain links to third-party sites, which are not within our control and may not comply with accessibility standards. The district is not necessarily responsible. The winter of 2013-14 finished as one of the coldest winters in recent memory for New York State. Snowfall across western and north-central New York was above normal for many areas, and in some locations well above normal. This winter comes on the heels of 2 previous mild winters, making the cold and snow this winter feel that much harsher. Temperatures this winter finished below normal every month, and the January through March time frame finished at least 4 degrees below normal for the 2 primary climate stations of western New York, Buffalo and Rochester. The greatest monthly departure from normal this winter came in March. Only in April, where the big transition from winter to spring did a month finish just shy of normal. Lutney. Grade 2 medial patellar facet chondromalacia, patellofemoral compartment. Small loculative popliteal cyst. Right knee. Chronic high-grade partial thickness proximal ACL tear with only a few fibers remaining intact. No pivot shift contusion pattern to suggest acute injury. Anterior translocation suggestive of ACL instability. Clinical correction is needed. Anterior tibial translocation is suggestive of ACL instability, 10 millimeters. PCL laxity without full thickness PCL tear is suggestive of chronic grade 2 PCL injury. Very low grade chondromalacia patella. Low grade medial and lateral patellar facet and median patellar ridge chondromalacia. Right foot. Split bone. Snowfall was bountiful throughout the winter, both in lake effect snow events and synoptic storm systems. There were 2 blizzards this winter, the first a lake effect event that brought blizzard conditions near Lake Erie. A second blizzard came later in the season, with widespread blizzard conditions south of Lake Ontario from a synoptic system. Lake effect events were plentiful as well this winter. There were 15 lake effect snow events this winter season, which is about 4 more than normal. A mean upper level trough through the winter across the western Great Lakes of favorable southwest flow brought above normal lake effect snow to areas across the northern Niagara Frontier and northern Jefferson County. It's these regions that saw the greatest above normal snowfall this winter season. The bitterly cold temperatures brought plentiful ice coverage to both the rivers and lakes this winter. Ice on the rivers led to ice jam flooding during mild and wet spells over the winter, and ice coverage on both Lakes Erie and Ontario was some of the greatest all time. On Lake Erie, ice formed on the eastern lake surface January 4th, about 2 weeks before normal, and solidly remained through the beginning of May. This May 3rd ice out date is about 2.5 weeks later than normal, and the latest ice out date since May 3rd of 1996. The combination of ample snowfall and thick ice cover on area rivers brought 3 significant river flooding events across the region. In December, snow melt along with rainfall brought several creeks and rivers across western New York into minor to moderate flood stage. Ice jam flooding in January brought several creeks and rivers again into flood south of Lake Ontario. In April, the above normal snow cover across the Tug Hill region combined with rain and a rapid warm-up to bring rivers into flood stage across the eastern Lake Ontario region, including the Black River, which crested just below major flood stage in Jefferson County. Snowfall. Snowfall this winter season sharply contrasted the 2 previous winters, with above normal snowfall found throughout the eastern Great Lakes region. Snow was plentiful through the entire winter with lake effect events evenly spread throughout the winter. These lake effect events brought above normal snowfall to the east and northeast of the lakes, including such large cities as Buffalo and Watertown. Only across the inland southern tier and upper Genesee Valley did snowfall average below normal. These areas tended to miss out on the large lake effect snow events. The greatest snow totals were found across the Tug Hill with 325 to 350 inches of snow measured in locations such as Redfield and Hooker, New York. To the east of Lake Erie, the greatest snowfall totals were found across the hilltops of the Chautauqua Ridge, where locations such as Perrysburg, New York measured around 300 inches. There were 2 blizzards this season. The first occurred January 6th through the morning hours of January 8th. This blizzard brought Buffalo its first blizzard since March of 1993. Blizzard conditions within a band of lake effect snow impacted Erie County and inland across Genesee and Wyoming counties. The second blizzard occurred March 12th and blitzed counties south of Lake Ontario with strong northeast winds and heavy snow.